I get this on a pretty deep level, and I understand, you know. So just because we made it through, and then we make it through what, the next thing, the next struggle, the next problem. I mean, I understand this, and I think that most of the time when we are in that state, we can't even really think about all of the good things that we would like in our life. We want peace, maybe, or to not struggle all the time, to just not have the problems, whatever it is. But really, I think it's learning how to embrace the good things that we have in our life, because I mean, not everything is all bad all the time for most, for most of us most of the time. And it doesn't mean that we don't have the struggles. It doesn't mean it's not hard. It doesn't mean any of those things. But making it through those things to be able to get to the other side and then begin, growing. So, I mean, if we're always healing all the time, we can't be growing. I mean, it's very hard until you've healed enough that you can start growing. And part of the growing is growing our capacity to deal with, whatever chaos or things life throws at us. Part of the growth is learning how to embrace the peace. So, I mean, when we have peace in our life at first, especially if we've been used to chaos, then we end up causing chaos in our life because we have not learned how to accept and embrace the peace in our lives. Let alone if, we're on different relationships or different careers. But when we are in the struggle, when we are in the chaos, it's very hard to make those changes. And so getting through it so that we can be stable enough and aware enough and have worked, have healed enough for us to be able to begin embracing and accepting, the peace, the calm in our lives. That allows us to begin growing then. And, growing whatever it is. Everybody's desires are different. They all look different. We all want different kinds of relationships, different kinds of jobs, careers, businesses, whatever it is. And so that's a very personal part. And I think, I mean, I could say all the things, that I want, but what I want is very much different than what so many other people want. And it's the same for everyone else. So, getting to the point where you embrace the peace and then you can begin looking at your life and going, what do I really want? Without all the outside voices and social media and all the garbage, because for most of us, what anybody else tells us or what anybody else is doing for their life is probably not what we actually want for our lives. And so, but we have to work through these things to get to a point where we have enough peace and calm around us that we can actually think about those things. And so a lot of getting through it is to get to that point, because we're not going to make monumental changes in our lives, even though they are monumental. When we're going through the healing, it's a monumental change to just be healthy enough to embrace peace. But beyond that, then when we've gotten to there, the monumental change comes in our growth. And it's very hard to grow while you're trying to heal.